Thanks, Admiral.
Nothing.
It's my own picture. I got him to sign it for me.
Best markers? Yeah, they took the bus down.
So I already have a Bonnie Bear. So is that tonight free? Another one?
Oh my goodness. This is Moyle Fentrea.
Nice. It's so nice to meet you.
Deborah runs Navy.
I bet.
Deborah, we see you out towards, man. I love cities. This wouldn't happen, I'll tell you.
I'm just asking, you know, a very good friend of mine is USS RONALD.
And it's always nice to see, now when
Now, may I warn you, he's the chief of the Navy. And as a senior chief, I've learned to take command of the situation.
Gotta do it. Can't be too old trying to Good man, he led us here.
Sorry. Good luck. Hey, say something.
There, now you can be on television.
That's right.
This will be locally shown in Santa Barbara.
Hey, hi.
I
Hey.
want to welcome everyone here in Santa Barbara.
We're in line and we don't know what this line is for.
They don't even know they're in Santa Barbara.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm Lieutenant J.G. John M. Landsberg, Commanding Officer of the local Air Pac Squadron, United States Naval Sea Cadet. We are going to present the colors for you tonight. Those of you who are seated, please stand for the presentation of the colors. Color Guard Captain, present the colors. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Go.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christine Mollenkoff. I am the Judge Advocate of the Santa Barbara Navy League and currently serving as your interim president while our president gets her daughter married this weekend. It is my pleasure to introduce to you to perform our invocation, known to all of the sailors of the USS Ronald Reagan fondly as Chaps, Chaplain Herbert Griffin.
Thank you, the people of Santa Barbara. We thank you for their godlike qualities of hospitality and love. Lord, may we be mindful of those who have friends but no food, and those who have food but no friends. We thank you this day that we have both. Help us to befriend the friendless and to share our substance with those who hunger. And bless these, your gifts of food and drink to our bodies. And may the nourishment we derive from them be used to continue your will. And Father, we ask a special blessing this evening on Hunter Golf. We ask that you will undergird him and his family. Place a healing touch upon his ailing body this evening. These things we ask and pray in your most holy name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, the color guard will be retiring the colors right through there, so those of you please be aware. Color guard captain, retire the colors.
Left, right, forward, march.
It's time to eat. We've got 2 food lines on either side of the stage and also one back in the main building area. So please find a seat, save it for yourself, head on up, the plates are up, serve yourself, and we'll come back and talk to you in about an hour. In the meantime, I'd like to introduce Sean Wiggins and the Lone Goat.
I've been turned upside down. I've been trying to find my feet, thinking that my being in the ground. That's you, the hardcore nasty facts. Well, just when I thought absolutely nothing else could. But I took protection and a tender touch. But a little bit I know, if you feel that. I'm not trying to complain, it's just the facts. Seems I got to have a change of scene.
Hello, my dear. How are you? No wings?
Wonderful. Wonderful. You know I'm on this serious diet.
You're on a serious diet? Why? We brought Santa Maria to us. All right, come on.
We've got a whole long day to see.
Hey, look at that.
Gonna catch a ferry train down to the station. I don't care where it goes. Gonna climb a mountain, well, the highest mountain. Involved, nobody gonna know. Yeah. Can't see, can't you see? Yeah, what I want, can't you?
It's such an honor for us. Really, sorry about that. You have no idea how much we respect this guy.
All right, I heard you guys. You got it.
Chief Leonard Taylor. Just want to thank the Navy League for putting on a good display, and just glad to be here and supporting them. Thank you.
My name is Senior Chief Everson. I want to thank the Navy League for providing great quality service to the sailors that visited Santa Barbara this weekend. And thank you.
Senior Chief Petty Officer Rollison from USS Ronald Reagan, and appreciate all the hospitality from Santa Barbara Navy League, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks a lot there, Santa Barbara Navy League. Appreciate all the help, all the hospitality.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Santa Barbara Navy League, appreciate everything you've done for us. Thank you very, very much.
I wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you to some very special people who are joining us this evening. First and foremost, all of the sailors, crew, chiefs, and officers of the USS Ronald Reagan who have honored us by coming home to Santa Barbara to visit us. We are so proud and honored to have you joining us here tonight. Thank you so much. These events certainly, however, do not put themselves together. And I would be remiss if I did not give credit where credit is due to the board of directors of the Santa Barbara Navy League, several of whom are here this evening. Thank you so much for your tireless hours, particularly in the last 2 weeks, in making this event happen. Thank you so much. To all of our volunteers, everyone that has served you food, that has picked up your plates, that has poured you a glass of wine tonight is a volunteer. Someone who's here because they love the men and women of our sea services. Santa Barbara has a wonderful tradition of service to the men and women of the sea services. 100 years ago, we invited the Great White Fleet to Santa Barbara, and so it is an amazing thing to be sitting here 100 years later welcoming the USS Ronald Reagan to Santa Barbara. There are a lot of people who say they support the troops. There are a lot of people who put yellow ribbon bumper stickers on the back of their car and say they support the troops. Santa Barbara Navy League members not only talk the talk, we walk the walk. And I'm so proud to be associated with each and every one of you. Now, if you're sitting in that audience and you're wondering, what does it mean to be a member of Santa Barbara Navy League? Let me tell you a little bit about what it is we do. We have adopted the crew of the USS Ronald Reagan. That means that it is our job to turn that ship into a home for our sailors. The books, the computers, the video screens, the TVs, the libraries, the gym equipment, all of that, those things that make life aboard the ship livable have been provided by Santa Barbara Navy League. In addition to supporting the crew of the USS Ronald Reagan, we have adopted 2 Marine Corps units, one of which is currently deployed in Iraq and preparing to return safely home. Another is preparing to deploy to Iraq. And we make sure that they have the things that they need to do their jobs safely. Very difficult jobs under the best of circumstances. We've also adopted our local Coast Guard Marine Safety Detachment, who's right here on our own homeland, making sure that we here in Santa Barbara have a clean environment and a safe harbor. As well as the crew of the U.S. Coast Guard cutter Blackfin, who's out there doing drug interdiction and search and rescue. Let's give a big round of applause to all the men and women that we support as a Santa Barbara Navy League, even though they can't be with us here tonight. So there are a number of great opportunities for each and every one of you sitting out there in that audience that is not wearing a uniform to stand up and say, I'm going to do more than just put a yellow ribbon bumper sticker on the back of my car. I'm going to walk the walk with Santa Barbara Navy League. We welcome you to join us. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you Rear Admiral James Phil Weisskopf. He's going to make a few comments to you, but I need to just give you a little bit of information about him because he has quite an impressive resume. But Rear Admiral Weisskopf is a native of Ohio. He's a 1977 graduate of the U.S. Naval Academy. He has a master's degree in international relations from the University of Southern California, so he's practically a California native. We'll take it. He's also a graduate of the Naval War College and earned a degree from the University of Strasbourg, France, Institute for Advanced European Studies. He has earned the Bronze Star, the Legion of Merit, the Defense Superior Service Medal, Vice Admiral James Stockdale Award for Inspirational Leadership, and several other personal awards. He's currently serving as the commander of Carrier Strike Group 7 and the commander of the Ronald Reagan Strike Group. Please put your hands together and welcome Admiral Weisskopf.
Thank you, everyone. I'll only talk for a minute because this is not about me tonight. This is about the Ronald Reagan and Santa Barbara. And I would like to say thank you to the citizens of Santa Barbara for rolling out the red carpet. It's great. As you know, this is probably the last break for the strike group, for the Ronald Reagan in particular, before we start our workups for deployment later in the spring. So the timing of this was absolutely perfect, and the weather was perfect, and I will tell you, the welcome has just been absolutely phenomenal. So thank you, everyone, for having us here. It's our honor to be here. Thank you.
Captain Terry Kraft is a California native. Well, welcome home. He was actually raised in the Navy, a Navy family, and graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy in 1981 before going to NAS Pensacola, Florida, for flight training, where he received his Naval Flight Officer Wings of Gold in 1982. He has served aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt. During his EXO tour there, he participated in operations of enduring freedom and Iraqi freedom. In December of 2003, Captain Kraft assumed command of the USS Shreveport. In February of 2005, that ship was selected for CNO Safety Awards and the Unit Tactical Award. And in November of 2005, just shortly after the Reagans' last visit to Santa Barbara, he assumed command of the USS Ronald Reagan, CVN 76. Please join me in welcoming Captain Kraft to Santa Barbara.
Thank you very much. I just want to add my comments to what the Admiral said. We are excited to be here. It is no small feat to get an aircraft carrier into Santa Barbara, both on our end, particularly on your end. And I want to thank the Santa Barbara Navy League, all the folks there have done such a great job. Most are here tonight. A lot are not here tonight because they're working on other events. The Santa Maria Elks Lodge, this great facility here. I can tell you that a Ronald Reagan sailor always knows what to do with a big plate of food. We eat it. And I think speaking for all the crew here, we are just blown away by the way this city has welcomed us, by the way the Navy League has made us feel so at home. We really do share a very special relationship with the Navy League, with the city of Santa Barbara. And it's been the highlight of my tour, having been the commanding officer for over 2 years now, to be able to participate in that. And for me, this is really the culmination of all of that. So thank you, all of you, very much tonight. All the cooks and everybody else has been fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you again so much for being here this evening and for this weekend. We're all so excited to get to spend the rest of the weekend with you. We have a lot of exciting events planned, and I'm sure that everyone here is going to enjoy getting to know all of these sailors and wishing you fair winds and following seas. We have dessert up in the front. Please help yourself, and there's plenty of beer and wine, so enjoy. And our band will be getting back up on stage shortly, and hopefully we'll have a little dancing. Come on, sailors. I know you can boogie. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath found the restless way, who bids the mighty ocean
1902, the dawn of a new century. With the support of President Theodore Roosevelt, the Navy League of the United States is formed to provide a powerful voice for strong sea services, which are vital to the nation's liberty and prosperity. With more than 200 councils and tens of thousands of members worldwide, the Navy League is the most dedicated civilian advocate for the U.S. Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and U.S. flagged merchant marine. Headquartered just outside our nation's capital, a major part of the Navy League's vital mission is educating the public, local and national elected officials, and policymakers about the importance of maintaining strong and effective maritime forces. The annual Sea, Air, Space Exposition, largest maritime expo of its kind, provides a forum where industry and military decision makers exchange ideas and information to underscore the importance and necessity of strong and vigorous U.S. naval and maritime forces. Navy League's nonpartisan advocacy programs deliver critical information about the needs of the sea services and its men and women in uniform throughout the halls of Congress, with Sea Service program briefings for members of Congress and key staff. The annual Maritime Policy Statement highlights the needs of each of the sea services to ensure that they have the proper training and equipment to carry out their critical mission. The Navy League's monthly magazine, Sea Power, provides news and in-depth articles that focus on the important role of the U.S. Sea Services to the defense of our nation. Whether at home or abroad, the Navy League provides support to our men and women of the sea services around the world. Local councils adopt ships and units, providing morale and welfare support and assistance to their crews and their families. Navy League's prestigious awards recognize outstanding individuals for their leadership and accomplishments within the sea services and maritime industry, promoting leadership, professionalism, and morale. Homecoming ceremonies and ship visits are special events organized and sponsored by local councils, as are ship christenings and unit commissionings. With the help of individual and corporate members, the sea services become integrated into the local communities they serve and protect. In addition to providing support today to the men and women serving at home and abroad, the Navy League always looks to the future, to today's young people and tomorrow's leaders. Scholarship programs provide financial assistance to the dependents and direct descendants of Sea Service personnel. And Navy League-supported youth programs, such as the Naval Sea Cadet Corps and Navy and Marine Corps Junior ROTC, give thousands of young people the opportunity to develop leadership skills, test their limits, and perhaps prepare for a career in one of the sea services. The need for a strong, vital sea service, recognized by Theodore Roosevelt in 1902, is no less today. The challenges facing our nation have never been greater. More than 100 years later, the Navy League continues to answer the call. Your support makes a difference to our men and women of the sea services who serve today and will serve tomorrow in support of American sea power. As one Secretary of the Navy said, the sun never sets on the Navy League.